Right, we're in the village of Little Saxham, and this is the Church of St. Nicholas. And up here we've also reminded of the name of the church. We've got a lovely little gate here. Look at this. We can, swings open on a spring. It should swing back. We're surrounded by a flint wall with brick top, really full of moss, and a little wood here, little copse at the side. And underneath this massive tree, really massive, I mean that is a big tree, and we've got a charming little churchyard in front of us. And over here, let's just have a look. Alice.
Beloved wife of George Sanson, died 13th of August 1932, aged 64.
In this absolutely delightful churchyard, just near this wonderful church with this unbelievable tower. A truly round tower. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. The church is situated on the side of a busy road. It's on a sharp bend as well, on the main road that goes into Bury St Edmunds, which is about 4 miles away. And this is a quiet little churchyard, though, set off the road a little bit. But here in this part, it's all grass, and all the gravestones have been moved, by the look of it, to the side. Whether they're planning to do more burials here, I don't know, or just leave it as grass, I wouldn't know. On this side here, we've got a lot of gravestones. A lot of them look like they've been here a while. Beautiful one here with a big cross. Churchyard extends up to the trees. There's a sweet little wooden cross. We've got more headstones under the trees here, and there again there's more headstones being moved to the side to make room. This is a lovely little churchyard surrounded by trees. This is a big grave for 2 people, John and Nora. And they're resting in the shadow here of this beautiful round flint tower. Absolutely superb. It's got little windows in the side. It's got a little path all around the edge of it. There's an extension to the church here at the back. This is beautiful. Look at that tower. Look at this, set in the trees here. A headstone. And on a day like today, when it's turned cold and wet in May, the atmosphere of this churchyard is so apparent. Just a few headstones here on this side, but actually when we look at the church from this side here, we see an extension which is made The whole building much bigger. A lot of headstones against the side here again. They seem to have cleared all this. Maybe it's to keep the grass clear, too easier to cut, I don't know. This looks as if there'd been railings here at some time around this memorial. So this was obviously a very important person who was buried here. But the railings have long gone. There's a door at the back of the church here. This looks as if there was something here at one time. On this wall, been alterations or things have been blocked in. The wall extends all the way around this churchyard. Got two older ones, 1827 and 1822. I guess they were somebody important. They're in a very prominent position in this churchyard. The sun will be out, hopefully in a minute, and we'll get a look at this church in bright daylight. So we've got a porch here with some netting to keep the birds out. We've got a pigeon trapped in the porch.
Oh, there he goes. He's
Oh,
out. Did
good.
you get it?
Yeah. It's a nice porch. Got plain glass both sides, making it light. All the flint that was here originally has been plastered over, brighten it up, and it's got a beautiful arch which presumably was here before the porch was built. This looks very old and weathered in the days when it would have been open to the elements. The visitor's book, which we should sign. Wow, this looks a really old building. You start at this end under this tower here. We've got a beautiful, beautiful arch going up. Look at that. That's just fabulous. I do like that. And here, under the tower, we won't touch them, but we've got the bell pull. This looks really old here. Stained glass window up above, a small one. And all the flint walls, the original flint walls are here. They've just been painted. Underneath the arch that goes into the tower, we get a feeling of a very old church. It's beautiful. The walls have been painted and the stone on the edges of the alcoves and arches have been highlighted. The ceiling is wood and very chunky, not delicate at all, and a lot of character. A lot of character, more character than you see in a church of this size normally. A sort of a manly looking church. There's an extension to the side which has made the original building much wider. Little animals here carved on the ends of the pews. This one's a dog. We've got a brick floor. That's a traditional looking floor for this area. And the font, which doesn't look perhaps quite so old, but wooden top. This little area here where people will sit and I think get a loud sound coming from this massive organ. Plain glass leaded window on this side. And two magnificent windows there. Frosted plain glass with red borders. Letting a lot of light in here. It's very light, this church. It's lovely, well lit with natural light. More of these wonderful carved pews. And this gorgeous organ. Look at that. Now look at that. All behind a glass cabinet. Isn't that wonderful? And all the pipes, all painted light green, sort of gold on them. Beautiful. Lovely light holders hanging from the ceiling. Here we've got various pictures of the church.
These are photographs of the church taken between 1891 and 1899.
That's just amazing. We can see how little this church has changed. Absolutely amazing. Door here, little alcove, and look at these steps. Look at that. That's just, where did that go? Nowhere by the look of it. Came out up there, so presumably there would be have been a sort of another floor up there originally. I don't know. Seems to be lots of dogs here. This is not a dog. Yes, it is. I guess. Or maybe not. What's this? Somebody reading. Nice flower arrangement on the pulpit. Here we've got an old oil lamp which has been converted to electric. Look at that. Look at that view. The original outside windows with these three. Perhaps there's windows. No, maybe they were built when the extension was put in. I don't know the answer to that. Would be interesting. This is the area that is a separate part of the church. Got a door there. dado running around that part with a sort of monument of some sort, a dedication to somebody perhaps, a family in the area, coats of arms, a stained glass window on our right. Very, very nice. (1901). Down here we've got a memorial. In front of the altar we've still got the brick floor coming all the way along in a red carpet, just as we walk up to the altar. And there's graves here. Grave which says,
"Here lieth the body of Elizabeth, daughter of Thomas Ketcher of London, and wife to Michael Emmott, rector of this parish, who died the 10th of May in 1677, aged 80.
Well, he lived to a good age, and it's quite old. It's a long time ago. In front of the altar we've got a beautiful little wall here. Gates, it's curved, it's absolutely lovely. Beautiful. And a beautiful altar with a very busy, impressive stained glass window behind it. It's really nice. This is a lovely country, almost family looking and feeling church, full of the spirit of a local community. Really nice, really lovely place. It feels like a nice community building as well as being that of a church, which is, I guess, what it should be. Very peaceful. I love all these animals. Look at them. Electric heater above the door. I think I would be struggling to keep this place warm in the winter though. They obviously love dogs here. They're everywhere. Charming, charming church. We'll shut this because we don't want the pigeon to come back in. Ah, and now the sun has come out, just as I was hoping, so we could have a final look at this beautiful tower. There's a gate here going to something. Let's have a look. Look at the flowers here. Look at that. What a beautiful scene. Isn't that glorious? Who wouldn't want to be in a Suffolk village in May and look at a sight like that? Look at this, the cross, the flowers, the tree, the light in the distance. This tree branch with the leaves, new leaves, waving in the breeze. And then we turn, and what do we see? This fabulous church. Look at that tower. Look at that. Churchyard was so beautiful when the sun came out that I wanted to just take some more pictures of how beautiful it really was. The birds are singing, it's just glorious. Wonderful to be here at this time of year. So we'll have one last look at a church which is fairly obvious, I'm very impressed with.